quarter as we move here into the second. Here's Dellavedova. He's got 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Milwaukee took Giannis Antetokounmpo a couple of years ago in the draft, and you talk to Bucks head coach Jason Kidd, he sees a lot of superstar potential in his young big man. Kidd said, you're talking about a 7-footer who can put it on the floor, can pass the ball. He's going to play every position for us. And the coach loves his young player's disposition, too, adding, he never complains. He just goes out there and plays. Guys?
You can't help but love him. Thank you, David. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And John Henson has been a player who can start for a team in short spells, but he seems to have found his niche as a threat off the bench in either post position. Very efficient as a scorer and doesn't need a lot of touches to thrive.
And Kevin, I think that's a big plus with him, that he can play either post position quite well. He's 6'11", but has the foot speed to guard both centers and power forwards. And I don't think he'll ever be a star, but, you know, he's a player every coach enjoys having because he gives you winning ingredients and attributes.
Here's Dellavedova. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Dellavedova's got 5 points now in the quarter. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Prez. Soft touch off the glass. Prez has got 6. What you like about the OJ tandem is that they both seem to feed off each other when they get it going. They become unstoppable.
It's like when one makes a shot, the other's eyes light up, and they say, oh, it's go time. Makes for the snowball effect in terms of scoring between the two.
Lets a floater go, and it's laid in by Fournier.
The penetrating game, the ability to get inside off the dribble, very important for this team. And Fournier is brilliant when it comes to slicing up the defense with his drive.
They grab their own miss.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Beasley the screen. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, you look at Evan Fournier, and he's very crafty. He said his favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and I see some similarities in their games. Both are efficient scorers. They're able to make the 3 and slash and dash inside to finish around the rim.
The Magic making a switch here. Green's checked in.
Well, he's definitely a work in progress when you look at Parker's game from behind the arc. But still, you've got to get a hand in his face from out there.
Here's Prez. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And Fournier, a slasher's mentality, an excellent finisher around the rim.
And, you know, he's got a really soft touch, too, guys, Fournier. I mean, he can hit the floater. What I'd like to see from him are more free throws. Get to the line and maybe even bump up that assist total as well. I think he's got to find multiple ways to punish defenders as he gets into the lane.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 31% in the game. Parker kicks to Henson. Here's Snell, defended by Young. That's a 2 from Parker. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Milwaukee's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Henson kicks to Parker. Henson sets a screen for Parker. Clock at 4. The shot's good from Henson.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Prez with the ball. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity.
And so a pretty lopsided.
Keep it up, guys. We have some good momentum. Listen up. We have these guys back.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarter. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Maker comes in for Jabari Parker. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Tony Snell subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. They've got Tony Snell, Maker out there with Beasley. Then it's John Henson, and it's Brogdon in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Snell from outside. Here's Maker. They get it back. And at last, they get one to fall. Maker's got his second bucket of the game to go. Orlando, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Here's Prez. No good on the 3. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Time now for an injury report.
Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, you know, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
The Magic last season trading away Tobias Harris, an outstanding young player, for more veteran players. It was an interesting move, in my opinion. It seems like their patience with the youth movement was running out, and they're ready to try to make some noise in the East now.
Beasley kicks to Terry. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Terry's got his first basket of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Snell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. It's stolen by Prez. Ball going up court. And the shot goes in. Gordon's got 11 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Magic have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15.
Speed on display to the basket from Prez. Looking like he wants to rip the rim off with that jam.
Snell kicks to Maker. Beasley outside. Pass to Terry. Beasley the screen, off the screen. And it's Terry again missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Milwaukee's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Maker. Prez with the rebound.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And it's good for 2. Prez has got 7 points for the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Snell kicks to Terry. Goes up again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Bucks have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And you look at the roster of these Bucks, so many players on the team that can rise up and embarrass a defender. Not only can this team throw it down, they're looking to throw it down.
Yeah, they want to wreck that rim as much as they can. And if I had the leaping ability of guys like Giannis and Parker, I'd be doing the exact same thing. The Bucks actually led the league in percentage of shots that were dunks in 2016. They are an entertaining bunch and a throwdown group worth watching.
Beasley outside. Passes it to Snell. Terry dishes to Maker. They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Yes, that goes in. Young's got 9 points.
Amazing instincts on defense by Young. Really showing off his skills to come up with these steals.
It's stolen by Prez. And here they go. And Ross with the slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That key is slam kick. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other.
And we'll roll. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Beasley comes in for Tony Snell. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rashad Vaughn. And Brogdon subbed in for Peyton. Orlando also making some changes. Young comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Prez is subbed in for C.J. Watson. And so in the game for the Magic, Prez, he's in at shooting guard. Green is out there with Hazonia. Then it's Levens. And it's Young in at the 3 slot. Levens kicks to Hazonia. Young outside. Magic moving the ball around. Sinks the triple.